nakakabahala po doon sa bahagi po ninyo, Colonel Grijaldo, ay naibahagi po ninyo doon sa statement ninyo na meron pong dalawang miyembro ng mababang kapulungan ay di umano ay inudyok ka, kinausap ka, at para pang tinatakot ka na magsabi ng mga bagay tungkol sa issue ng EJK sa Pilipinas. Tama po ba yun?
Your Honor, I would like to stand by my statement in the Senate under oath, Your Honor, and I would like to invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Okay, but you have already...
To degrade the integrity of the Quadcom. So please, I hate to admonish men in uniform. I have the highest respect for our policemen. But please, Colonel Grijaldo, stop invoking your right against self-incrimination. Nobody's asking you any incriminating questions here.
Mr. Chair. And Mr. Chairman...
Po ba tama, Colonel Grijaldo? I-invoke mo na naman yung right mo? Tama ba yung state mo? I felt that they wanted to convince me to do what they wanted me to do.
I stand by my statement, Your Honor.
Sagutin mo yung tanong ko.
I would like to invoke my right for
Mr. Chair.
self-incrimination, Your Honor.
May I move that we cite Colonel Grijaldo in contempt for violation of Section 11, Paragraph C, refusal to answer relevant questions.
Ngayon, ang nakakabahala po doon sa bahagi po ninyo, Colonel Grijaldo, ay naibahagi po ninyo doon sa statement ninyo na meron pong dalawang miyembro ng mababang kapulungan ay di umano ay inudyok ka, kinausap ka, at para pang tinatakot ka na magsabi ng mga bagay tungkol sa issue ng EJK sa Pilipinas. Tama po ba yun?
Your Honor, I would like to stand by my statement in the Senate under oath, Your Honor, and I would like to invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Okay, but you have already stated your statement. So, Comsec, meron po ba tayong kopya ng affidavit ni Colonel Grijaldo?
Your Honor, I apologize, we have not secured a copy of...
But I think the very resourceful Chairman Akop will allow me to... Thank you very much. So, anyway, Colonel Grijaldo, meron po akong copy ng affidavit nyo. At ito naman po, pinaninindigan po ninyo. Tama po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Maraming salamat. Dito po sa number 7 ng inyong sinumpang salaysay, sinabi po ninyo dito, when I entered the end room, I saw two lawyers of Colonel Garma standing inside the room. One of the lawyers approached me and then asked me what we were going to talk about. And I said that I do not know. Number 8, after a while, Congressman Dan Fernandez entered the room and he asked me to sit beside him on the right side. Then Congressman Abante entered the room and sat on the far end chair on my right. One of the lawyers of Colonel Garma stood at my back.
Your Honor, I would stand by my statement
Okay,
in the Senate
I would
under oath, Your Honor, and I invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order.
Yeah, what is the point of...
I don't see any reason why our guest keeps on invoking his right against self-incrimination when Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez was not asking him anything incriminating. He was just merely reading a portion of his affidavit. So I don't like, Mr. Chair, that this committee, that our resource person may impress upon the public that we are here to corner him and to incriminate him. Please, tigilan mo yan. Hindi naman, Mr. Chair, it's not right to invoking self-incrimination when in fact DSJJ is not asking you any questions but merely reading his affidavit. Baka naman ng message na pinapakita, Mr. Chairman, sa publiko, inagulo natin siya dito. I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, but I have to manifest this. I think his invitation to the Senate was to discuss about EJK and illegal drugs. And nowhere in his affidavit did he mention anything about illegal drugs and EJK. He did not share any inputs or his knowledge on illegal drugs. His participation in that Senate inquiry was merely to besmirch the reputation of some of the chairmen here. And as a result, attempting to degrade the integrity of the Quadcom. So please, I hate to admonish men in uniform. I have the highest respect for our policemen. But please, Colonel Grijaldo, stop invoking your right against self-incrimination. Nobody's asking you any incriminating questions here.
Mr. Chair.
And Mr. Chairman, along the line of Congressman Adjong, I don't think it's incriminating because number one, sinumpang salaysay niya po ito eh. Pirmado niya po ito eh. So how can he incriminate himself when he actually signed this affidavit? And this is a public document, Mr. Chair. So, if our resource person is invoking this right to self-incrimination, I think that is out of order.
Okay, I'd like to remind the resource person that the questions being asked of you are the statements you made in your affidavit. And the questions that DSJJ is asking is whether you confirm those statements that you stipulated in your affidavit. Dahil affidavit, pinirmahan mo yun, there's nothing incriminating no dun sa tanong ni Congressman JJ Suarez. So please answer appropriately the questions being asked by the members. Congressman Acop.
Mr. Chair, may we ask the resource person the basis why he is invoking his right against self-incrimination?
Yeah, please answer. What is the basis of you invoking the right against self-incrimination?
Police colonel ka, investigador ka dati. You know the basic rudiments of investigation. Alam mo dapat kung kailan i-invoke yung right against self-incrimination. Di po ba? Kasi nagko-conduct ka ng investigation eh. Now, may I know your legal basis why you are invoking your right against self-incrimination? Mr. Chair, if you cannot provide any basis, I think I agree with the Honorable Adjong that he should not invoke that right. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I share the sentiment of Congressman Acop. If indeed the resource person cannot explain to this committee why he is invoking his right against self-incriminations in reply or in response to the questions raised by DSJJ Suarez, then I would agree that the gentleman is out of order, and perhaps do you have a lawyer with you, Colonel Grijaldo? Nandito may abogado ka ba? Would you like?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Do you want us to provide you a lawyer?
No, Your Honor.
Because your lawyer or lawyers that we can provide you will assist you on telling you what your rights are in this committee hearing. So, gusto mo ba mag-provide kami ng abogado?
No, Your Honor.
So you will answer and reply to the questions of the members. Now, DSJJ?
Yes,
are you-
Mr. Chair, maybe another opportunity we can provide to the resource person. Colonel Grijaldo, kung kayo po ay hindi komportable dahil nga maraming nanonood at nasa publiko po ang hearing na ito, would you want or would you request for an executive session so that you can divulge the details and the truthfulness to the affidavit that you executed in the Senate hearing?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So, therefore, we can proceed, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
So, Colonel Grijaldo, matanong ko lang po, ano po ang nag-udyok sa'yo para i-execute tong affidavit na ito?
Just I have said, Your Honor, during my opening statement in the Senate, it was Tuesday. We have a hearing here on Tuesday, and we ended up on the Wednesday on the event of the Typhoon Christine. And as I have said, I go back to my home, and dinitip ko po yung nangyari sa akin, Your Honor. And I never told this to my wife that time for 2 days. Until such time on the Friday, I was informed by the PIHAW that I'll be attending a Senate hearing. So, naisabi ko dun sa asawa ko, Your Honor. And nag-a-argue pa kami kasi ayaw niya. Ako kasi gusto ko na may sabi. And sabi ko, we have to go on a Sunday Mass, and we need wisdom for this para mabigyan din tayo ng lakas ng loob para ma-resolve natin sa tayo kasi tayo nagkaka-problema. Hindi na rin kami nag-aano nun eh. So on the Sunday, it was on the gospel. Sabi ko, pakinggan natin kung ano man yung masabi ng gospel sa atin that day. And it was a great enlightenment and a wisdom na binigay sa akin, Your Honor.
O hindi, na merong pumilit sa iyo na magsalita na hindi naaayon sa katotohanan dito sa Quadcom.
Your Honor, I would like to invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
What is the point of order, Congressman Ako?
The resource person has not answered my question a while ago, and he's still invoking his right against self-incrimination, which is improper. Even Supreme Court decisions say so. You're just telling me your ignorance of the law. You cannot invoke your right against self-incrimination. Tell me if you have a criminal case against you regarding this issue. Galing ako sa serbisyo iyo, pero nakakahiya ka. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Pag ako na magtatanong,
Thank you.
sasagot ka. Dahil isasite kita in contempt again.
Thank you, Congressman
Mr. Chair.
Ako.
With Honorable Fernandez,
He's talking to somebody, Mr. Chairman. Maybe you can cite him in contempt. Chairman Bante, Chairman Abante, you're being asked. Chairman Abante, you're being asked by Chairman Ako to confirm the statement.
do you agree with the statement of Colonel Guerrero that there were 2 lawyers of Attorney Garma present when you talked with Colonel Grijaldo in a room?
Yes, yes, Your Honor. There were 2 lawyers present.
Thank you, Your Honor. According to the affidavit of Colonel Grijaldo, the Honorable Fernandez asked Colonel Grijaldo to sit beside him, and you entered the room and sat on the far end chair on the right. And one of the lawyers of Colonel Garma stood near the back of Colonel Grijaldo. Would that be correct?
Ako yung unang dumating, Mr. Chairman. If I remember it right, nung dumating po ako, nakaupo na po siya.
Okay. So, nakaupo na siya.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. General Labante?
Yes, it was a small room, no? Doon lang sa corner na yan. And so, malapit din kami sa isa't isa. We're listening to each other. In fact, Mr. Chair, I'd like to say na when I talked to him before he came in the room, was that because it was Colonel Garma that said that Colonel Grijaldo knows a lot. He knows a lot about this thing. So, sabi ko, sige, total, normal naman yung vetting na ginagawa natin, kinakausap natin. So, we talked to him and sinabi ko kay Colonel Garma, can he corroborate your statement? Ang sabi ni Colonel Garma, yes eh. So, kinausap namin.
Your Honor, pasensya na po kayo kasi hindi naman sumasagot kasi sa mga tanong ko sa si Colonel Grijaldo. Kaya kayo po ang tatanungin ko na muna.
Mr. Chair, if I be allowed.
The resource person is not allowed to ask questions.
No, I'm not asking questions, Mr. Chairman. I will be answering in relation to the answer of
So you are replying to the question
Yes.
raised by
Yes,
Congress.
Mr. Chairman.
Please proceed.
Well, ang totoo po kasi noon, yung pong dalawang lawyer ni Colonel Garma, sila po talaga yung nag-approach sa amin. Ang sinabi po nung dalawang lawyer, if I remember it right, yung pangalan po nung lawyer si Attorney Victor, nakalimutan ko po yung ipilido.
Attorney Kilang and Attorney Kumigan.
Yes, opo. Ang sabi nila, kasi kung matatandaan niyo po, yung ating supplemental affidavit na ginawa po ni Colonel Garma was given to us on the day itself. And then, nung binabasa po natin, sabi natin, ay, sino magko-corroborate ito? Sino magbe-betting ito? Lumapit po yung dalawang lawyer. At ang sabi, kung pwedeng kausapin si Colonel Grijaldo. Dahil si Colonel Garma ay very close daw kay Colonel Grijaldo. At siya makakapag-bet sa mga nakalagay doon sa supplemental affidavit. So, ang sabi ko naman kay Attorney Victor, tama-tama, andyan si Grijaldo doon sa likod. Bakit hindi natin siya imbitahan doon sa room doon, sa may kainan, para na sa ganon ay makausap natin kung patotohanan niya yung sinabi ni Colonel Garma na magkaibigan sila at ibebet niya yung mga nakasulat doon. So, basically, hindi naman po siya ganun kalaking issue. As a matter of fact, Mr. Chairman, hindi nga tayo ang nag-initiate eh. Sila pa yung nag-initiate sa atin na kausapin si Colonel Grijaldo, which I did together with nagkataon po kami ni Chairman Abante during that time. Magkalapit kami doon, sabi ko, pare sumama ka na sa akin. Kaya sa sumunod. Kaya nagulat na lamang po kami that biglang nagkaroon po ng ganong istorya. But nevertheless, Mr. Chairman, yun po yung nangyari doon. At nang pumasok po ako sa loob, nauna po ako kay Chairman Abante ng konti lang. And then, sinabi ko sa kanya, Colonel, ito yung mga nakasulat dito sa affidavit. Sabi ko dito sa paragraph, hindi ko matandaan, 17 ata o something na gano'n. Ito ba, mapapatutuhanan mo na sinabi ni Colonel Garma. Sabi niya, wala po akong alam dyan. Yung ibang ibang mga sinabi ni Colonel Garma. Kasi sabi niya, kaibigan ka niya eh. So, basically doon po umikot yung aming usapan. Siguro maabot po yun ng mga less than 10 or 15 minutes. And then, nung sinabi niya talaga wala siyang alam, di lumabas na po kami. And the CCTV can prove na talagang hindi po kami nagtagal sa loob. At the same time po, pag tinignan niyo po yung kwarto dyan, kahit puntahan po natin lahat, napakaliit po ng kwarto. At sa labas po ng kwarto, marami pong mga tao nandun. So kung nagkaroon po ng coercion, nagkaroon po ng harassment, nagkaroon po ng forceful reports galing po sa amin, I think malalaman po ng mga tao nandyan. And even the CCTV, nung lumabas po siya diyan sa ng pintuan niyan, makikita po natin na yung itsura niya, hindi naman po siya mukhang na-coerce. Mukhang masaya pa nga po siya. Kaya, I think, Mr. Chairman, yung pong accusation sa atin, na malay yung ating pong committee and the two chairman, masyado pong unfair. But of course, binibigyan pa rin po natin siya ng pagkakataon na liwanagin po yung mga pangyayari. Kaya, andito po tayo at binibigyan po natin ng patas na pagdinig. Marami pong salamat sa pagkakataon.
Mr. Chair, pwede mo i-dagdag to?
With
Ano nasagot niya? So,
nung bang sinabi ni Colonel Garma yun na rin, magkasama na kayo ni Congressman Dan?
Hindi, ako hindi ko nakausap si Colonel Garma.
ako ang kumusta sa kanya, hindi niya nakausap. Ako mismo kumusta sa kanya.
At sino ang nakarinig na sinabi ni Colonel Garma sa inyo yan, na Congressman?
Palagay ko walang nakarinig sapagkat in confidence sinabi niya sa akin eh. When I asked her, who can corroborate your statements? Binanggit niya yung pangalan ni Colonel Grijaldo. Natuwa naman ako sapagkat very close daw sila, classmate niya, at talagang kakampihan siya nito. All of a sudden, kalaban pala niya.
And Mr. Chairman, para i-corroborate lang po yan. If you remember it right, no, nung na-interview po tayo sa, I think, Billionario News Channel, nabanggit po natin doon na nakasama po natin siya sa isang pagpupulong doon po sa BGC sa Ascot Hotel, na kung saan nakiusap po sila Colonel Garma during that time. And during that time, we were shocked. Ikaw, saka ako, Mr. Chair, na nakita natin si Colonel Grijaldo doon. And that's the reason na kinausap ako ng abogado doon, na sinabi sa akin na si Colonel Grijaldo at si Colonel Garma ay close. Naniwala ako because na-meet na po natin siya during that time. And remember, na kayo pa po nagbayad ng dinner. That was 9,000 plus po. Kaya sinasabi ko po ito, Mr. Chairman, because we wanted to ferret out the truth. And by doing that, we are initiating some form of talks with those who wanted to speak in this committee. Dahil nga, nagbe-betting po tayo eh. At yun po yung ating ginagawa sa kongresong ito. Kaya, nakakalungkot lang na ang isang opisyal na naging isang battalion commander ng isang rehiyon ay ganito po yung kanyang treatment sa committee ito. But I cannot blame this person. If there is a big person behind him, then totally we cannot blame him. But prudence dictates na dapat po ay sarili niya, manindigan siya sa sarili niya at hindi siya matako sa kaninumang tao. Maraming salamat po.
Okay. So ito lang, kung siya nasaktan, si Congressman Dan Fernandez, ako naman na-offend, sapagkat totohanan lang, nasa mukha ba namin na magko-coerce? Nasa mukha niya. Sa mukha. Nasa mukha ba ni Congressman Fernandez na mag-coerce? Ako, nasa mukha ko ba mag-coerce? Tignan niyo nga po yung mukha niya. O, compare po sa mukha namin.
And the next statement is that I felt that they wanted to convince me to do what they wanted me to do. So, it was the feeling of Colonel Grijaldo na kinukumbinsi niyo siya na gawin yung gusto niyong ipagawa. That was his feeling. The intention may not be that. Hindi po ba tama, Colonel Grijaldo? I-invoke mo na naman yung right mo. Tama ba yung state mo? I felt that they wanted to convince me to do what they wanted me to do.
I stand by my statement, Your Honor.
Sagutin mo yung tanong ko.
I would like to invoke my right,
Mr. Chair.
Your Honor.
May I move that we cite Colonel Grijaldo in contempt for violation of Section 11, Paragraph C, refusal to answer relevant questions. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a motion to cite in contempt Colonel Grijaldo for violating Section 11, Paragraph C of our rules of procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation, and it was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. You are again cited in contempt.
Mr. Chairman,
Is Congressman Akop done with this interpellation?
Mr. Chair, my motion needs another motion from any member of this committee because we have to determine where or what is the duration of his penalty and where he would be incarcerated. Mr. Chair.
Is there any motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Congressman Congressman Paduano.
while the rules of the House now with regards to Section 11, citing a resource person in contempt, the detention, no? The place of detention lies with of course, the chairman of this honorable committee. May I respectfully move, Mr. Chairman, that we will transfer, in this contempt order, I move that we will detain Colonel Grijaldo at para malapit-lapit lang sa batasan at Station 6, Mr. Chairman. So, Mr. Chairman.
Are you referring to Station 6 of the
Quezon
Quezon?
City, Mr. Chairman. Dito lang yan sa batasan. Eh.
Okay,
So,
so
Mr. Chairman.
there is a motion to detain, transfer the detention of Colonel Grijaldo to Station 6 of the Quezon City Police Station. Are there any second? Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Comsec, please coordinate with our Sergeant at Arms and inform the said office that Colonel Grijaldo will be transferred to Station 6 of Quezon City and serve his detention in that facility.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Ako.
since I cannot get intelligent answers from our resource person, may I just make a manifestation? The reason why I asked Attorney Conti about the canons of legal ethics that we have in our possession a joint statement from the law office of Attorney Emerito B. Kilang from the Kubigat law offices. And in this joint statement of the two lawyers, they debunk all the claims of Colonel Grijaldo. And lawyers are supposed to observe the canons of legal ethics, as I have stated in my interpellation of Attorney Conti. And that is the reason why I asked Attorney Conti about the canons of legal ethics. So, it is the word of Colonel Grijaldo alone versus the words of two honorable congressmen and attested to by two lawyers, the lawyers of one of our resource persons, Attorney Garma. The other manifestation I want to make, Mr. Chair, is that in 4 instances where we invited Colonel Grijaldo, he has refused to attend. Ang timing po niya ng pagka-confine niya, every time na meron tayong hearing, if you look at the calendar of events. Kaya sinasadya niya na magpa-confine para hindi siya maka-attend ng hearing. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.